Hello everybody, and welcome to Valve Feeds the City Construction Challenge Beast. I'm your host, Vaaldeth, and here we are in the middle of the city. Today we're going to be starting to do some work in our workshop. Now that we are in the golden age, we can start doing some technology, getting some basic infrastructure set up using steam power. So that's kind of what the plan is. We'll be having charcoal as our power source. So really the near-term goals is I want to set up a tree farm because I want to stop gathering wood manually and I can really start focusing on other fun stuff. And to do that, really, the forestry objects themselves are pretty easy to make, but I don't have the tech necessarily to move large quantities of power. And I don't have huge power systems set up either. So really we're going to be working on some power storage so I can set up a power plant. We'll start working on that, and then I can start charging energy cells and move them over to the farm area until I've got infrastructure set up to transmit power all the way. So we'll do some basic things here. And I can make all this kind of stuff, energy cell. I used an entire block of redstone, which is probably one of my more rare items right now. Now this age we'll probably do a lot more redstone gathering, go a little bit deeper, especially once we move up in our tool quality. Now we can kind of go down and get anything we want, so we'll be doing a lot of that. However, what I really need here is the conductance coil, and you should press R over one of these things to see how to make it. And this thing needs electrum. Now in thermal expansion, to make electrum you need electrum nuggets. How do you get electrum nuggets? Well, there is no way shown here. But the way you do it is with grinding up gold and silver into dust and combining those dust to create electrum blend. That you can then smelt to get electrum. So we're going to be doing that process. So to do some grinding of those ores, instead of just melting them like I have in the smeltery, I want to get some basic thermal expansion machines going, in addition to the ones that we've already started. And the one I'm really interested in here is the pulverizer, used to grind up our goods. So I've gone and created some of these things, and that's what we're going to be working on today. Set up some basic power and get some pulverizing going. As you can already see, I've made a pulverizer, another aqua waste accumulator, 3 steam dynamos. This will be our engines we're going to mostly be using here, the steam engines. I've already made a thermionic fabricator and carpenter to start our forestry machine fabrication. Got an energy cell frame, but we still need that coil, so that's what we're going to use the pulverizer for. I've already made some item ducts and fluid ducts, the opaque kinds. They're the cheap ones that only need lead, effectively, the lead level, and some leadstone energy conduits. I'm limited on this based on my amount of redstone. Unfortunately, as you can see, it takes... Oh, how do I make that? Yeah, here we go. To make leadstone energy conduits, a glass, lead, but a good amount of redstone. And that's really my limiting factor at the moment, but we'll quickly remedy that. Okay, so I'm going to get started setting some of that stuff up here in the shop. Got my crescent hammer here ready to go. This thing's making more cobble for me, my cobblestone generator. Always making cobble. And we'll be back to show you guys some basic progress in a little bit. Alright, well, it turns out you can obviously smelt and make electrum in the smeltery, just like you can with anything else. Just because it doesn't say it so in the smelting book, as a known material, doesn't mean you can't do it. So right here it shows you these ones that you can make. Like, I'm going to be making alumite this age, aluminum, iron, and obsidian for my new tools. But for this, I was like, oh, maybe I can't use this thing. But I didn't even try. Naturally, of course I can. So I'll go ahead and leave some of this in here. Let's go 4 rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do have more that I could do. But for now, I want to show you what I did, in fact, go ahead and make. Let's put back this tin. Lots of ores to still smelt. In fact, maybe I should just take some ores. Let's take the tin. The good thing about the machines is, you know, it's more automated. Here, I still need to make a redstone furnace, but we'll do that in a little bit. Fly on over to the workshop. Nice centrally located here. So this is what I've done. I basically just hooked up my steam dynamo up there, moved the water out of the way so the aqueous accumulator here is still pushing the water up through the pipe into the dynamo. And I just need to add some fuel, which we'll do right here with some charcoal. Make that steam. Alright, so I guess it has to burn a couple of them. I need to start needing use of power. Okay, so anyway, I've set up, so we've got some power here, it's charging up. Pulverizer here. I've configured it such that it takes input on the back and outputs on the left only. We set up a hopper here with an input chest and then an output chest here. We'll go ahead and stick in our tin. That'll go ahead and get sucked in here, pulverized, and automatically output to the side. Next we'll put a redstone furnace here, and likewise have it accept from the side and burn up all that stuff. Then I can even go ahead and throw the silver and gold in there if I wanted to, but I don't really need to at the moment. We'll go ahead and let the dynamo run. And this looks like it has plenty of power, so I don't need to set up a second or third. I do have 2 more dynamos. I can just set them up in a line here. Now this is kind of like a temporary power station of, you know, just for the small scale stuff. Eventually I am going to build up the power station, which is I think going to be that building right there. And then over here will be a factory across the street. But for now, for, you know, just onesie twosies machines, I'm just going to set it up in here. And then that water pipe I continue up along here, going into the carpenter here. Oh, obviously that's not going to work. I think I just break these. Luckily. Alright. Let's go and put the thermionic fabricator right here. We'll put the carpenter right here. And we'll give it water on the side. I'll put those pipes downstairs. Opaque fluid ducts. There we go, from the water. This guy's got power. We're going to need these 2 machines to make the electron tubes necessary for our automated forestry farm. So we're just going to go ahead and get that going. That's all fed off the same power line here. As you know, I have limited resources at this time. Redstone anyways. I think I have 1 extra cable. Yeah, run 1 energy conduit left. So I think that's going to do it for me right now. I'm going to work on making this leadstone energy cell frame into a leadstone energy cell. Make a conduit, we'll do that. Get some energy stored up, and then we'll make some farms. And then I can have this thing do some more automatic pulverizing. I'm also going to go ahead and make a redstone furnace. Stick that right here so we can actually start turning all of these into metals. Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. Alright, turns out the redstone furnace also needs 2 brick blocks, which are 4 bricks each. And I'm actually kind of low on bricks because I made the coke oven. I used most of my clay. but I think I got enough here. Gotta go clay harvesting. I'll be back. Alright, let's go ahead and make our conductance coil. Already made the furnace. And let's turn our energy cell frame into an energy cell. Alright. So let's go and place that in here. First of all, let's disable this guy. So that should stop it. Yep. Okay, we've got all these goodies. Let's take them out. Place our furnace. We'll go ahead and configure it to take input on this side and output on this side. Go ahead and drop the chest back there. I need that one conduit, energy conduit. Give it power. Alright, and we just turn this guy back on. And there we go. Now, of course, I got all this dust. I will turn this off and put the dust through it on its own, using the hopper here. Now that this is done, I'll let this all finish off, and I'll do that in a little bit. For now, I'll go ahead and put all that dust over here. And let's go ahead and install the energy cell, get that charging. I might as well just put it like right here. Well, I don't want to charge, I want to use the machines first and then charge the energy cell. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and put it right here on the end of the line. And it's set as an input. So it'll take whatever excess energy is not being used by these machines or any of the other machines on the line. We'll have something similar to this later on. Thermionic fabricator is warming up. Can melt some glass now. Excellent. Alright, I think we're about ready. Basic infrastructure in place. Alright, it looks like our machines are all done. I got a bunch of the tin on me that finished off. The energy cell is nice and full. I went ahead and right clicked on here to stop it from outputting energy into the system, just inputting it. It's all ready to go. Got a thermionic fabricator here, carpenter. They're basically full on energy, ready to go. The dynamo is still making power, but you can see it's actively making and using power, and that's because the thermionic fabricator is a constant draw. It doesn't have an internal battery. You can see at 324 out of 330, it just constantly uses it. So I want to get in here, use this thing, and kind of get out. So first of all, what are we going to do? We need to make soldering iron. Where is it? Right there. Make it like so. 3 iron and a bronze. Oh, where's my iron? Oh, jeez. I think I got some iron downstairs. Right in here. Right there. Okay, so we want 1, 2, 3 iron and a bronze. And then we got to put our resources down here, and it'll use them. There it goes. You can see it's crafting. And we should get ourselves a soldering iron. Sweet. Okay, so with that I can use to make circuit boards, which we're going to need over here. We need to make some electron tubes. First of all, because we need to make a bunch of farm blocks, I need a good amount of farm blocks, which take tin tubes, and I need at least 1 gearbox, which is a farm block and some tin gears. And then I need a hatch, at least one hatch, same thing, and a valve, same kind of thing. So we just need some farm blocks. So really, how many farm blocks do we want to make? They take stone bricks, copper, wood slabs, and tin electron tubes. So we're going to make some tin electron tubes. Need the my redstone down here. Okay, if we're going through all this stuff. Oh, where was the tubes? I missed them. Clicked past them. There they were. The soldering iron. Copper tube, tin tube. So we need to lay out tin like this with redstone, and we need to put some glass in there to melt. The most important part of running a thermionic fabricator, you need some glass. Let's go ahead and put some in there to melt. It's already, that's where it has to get to actually melt it. So we already got liquid glass, like nothing. Show the pattern we're gonna make. Okay, we're gonna make those. That. Let it go ahead and make some. Just like so. That's how you do it. We'll go ahead and make 2 more sets. For now, I think I need to make quite a bit more farm blocks than that. But the next big thing that I need is fertilizer. And I really don't have a lot of fertilizer, to be honest. It's one of those things that I haven't made yet because I need a lot of sand to make the fertilizer. And sand, as you may or may not know, is one of those things that I haven't really harvested a lot of because I haven't had too much of a need for it. But now there is a pressing need. So now that I'm done with the thermionic fabricator, I'm going to go ahead and move it out of the way. Just stick it over here so it's not drawing power. And we can see our dynamo should kind of stop. Now it's storing up its own internal power. I'll go ahead and take the coal coke out of there. We don't need to use any more fuel. Alright, our energy cell's all charged up. We're basically ready to go. I will, between this episode and next, do some redstone harvesting, do some sand harvesting, make these farm blocks, and kind of get prepared. We'll just do a standard tree farm at first, nothing crazy. I don't really need the circuit boards yet, but I'm going and preparing so that I know I'm going to be making some other things. And we'll get automated going, get some automation going. Once I don't have to worry about getting wood anymore, I don't really have to worry about cobble anymore with the cobble generator here, then I can really get back to building some more. I want to upgrade my tools, get some alumite tools going, and then we'll start really making our next sets of buildings. I might do the factory, power plant stuff, kind of secondary. I think first of all we're going to go and rebuild the town hall. So yeah, that's kind of the next couple things we're going to be doing. Then we'll work on the port probably, our factory, power plant stuff. In all this age I'm going to be working on the wizard tower, moving my library and magic stuff in there, and we'll start setting up our Thaumcraft stuff. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you all next time!